you guys know how I stole Yugi No-No's Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus powers that I asked him last week? Well, needless to say, I think there are some side effects.
Hey, what's up, guys? Excuse me. You have to excuse that. The side effects of borrowing Yugi No-No's Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus powers through the Omnitrix has some side effects. This thing is a constant work in progress. I don't know if I'll ever get this machine quite working the way I want it to. Alright, so today's deck is, if the intro didn't give it away, we're going to be doing a Tele-Dad deck for 2018 based on that regional top. I took that guy's deck profile and modified it a little bit for my own taste. I think mostly he had it right to begin with. I just threw a little something else there as I went on. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with those replays. Stick around to the end of the video to get explanations on how the deck works and, you know, the usual shenanigans. Take it away, Maestro! you have it, guys. This is Tele-Dad 2018. I really don't think I did too many changes. As I recall, I don't think his version was running Monster Reborn, or the BLS. I know for a fact he wasn't playing Blackluster Soldier. I only threw that in there because I noticed that we make Isolde a lot, and we have Ghost Ogre. So we had light targets, and I figured, cool, secondary boss monster, let's make this shit happen. And to my fellow Lightsworn brethren, I'm sorry I had to Dark Law you. This may not be that unknown fact about me. Not exactly a fan of Dark Law. It works in this deck. I just wish that hero decks hadn't just become darklaw.deck. That's really my only issue with it. I'd rather it be an option, not the whole deck. However, it is what it is. This is why you don't see a whole lot of elemental hero decks on the channel. I may not like Dark Law, but even I have to admit he works. He puts in a lot of work. Locking off the graveyard is a powerful thing in this game. And I hate it, but when it's effective, and you can't complain. The really cool thing that I've noticed is this deck has a bit of a learning curve. So what you want to do is you want to practice with it, excuse me, a few times before you actually like seriously take this to a tournament. Because what I've noticed is the deck is really good. It's really well built and it works, and it got better the more I played it. Early on, I was trying to play around with it, and I'm like, man, this deck is so janky. How did this guy even top? And then I figured it out. Some of the cards that he was, like, for example, I opted to go a bit of a different route. And, like, for example, I took out his Destiny draws. I feel like they're not necessary. You have everything you need in the immediate monster, lineup. And then, of course, Allure of Darkness is draw enough. And then, of course, you have A Hero Lives. So, ultimately, what your big move is, you're trying to put as many of these warriors on the board so you can make Isolde, so you can make probably one of these two guys in a Dark Law, and then watch your opponent scream because they can't do anything. It's really hard to use some of these hand traps when you can't ditch them to the grave. But, I mean, I think some of them don't care, like Ghost Ogre. I believe it doesn't care. No, I take it back. You have to send it to the graveyard. So basically, Dark Law is a way to tell hand trap players, go F yourself. Because they can't ditch it to the graveyard once he comes out. But the deck is really good. It's really solid. One of the key combos I noticed was basically you want to use A Hero Lives. You want to open with this spell. That really helps. And then your secondary goal is probably to try to special summon the Dark Grepher, or send something to the graveyard like Plague Spreader or Malicious here, using his effect. If you discard a dark monster, you get to, you discard a dark monster, you get to send a dark monster, and that is basically, this guy is the key right here. I had no clue early on in the testing, but Dark Grepher is actually the key to this deck, because you play so many dark cards, and I believe once this guy, I don't think he has to go since the graveyard. Yeah. So if you send Shadow Mist off of Dark Grepher, you'll get a Surge. So that's a really cool niche trick there. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't really play a whole lot of hero-based decks, so this is probably a rarity on this channel. Thank you to the person who suggested it. It was not all that fun for me personally to play, but I have to acknowledge when a strategy is effective and powerful, and that is certainly this deck. If you guys want to, copy and paste and test it out for yourself, please do. Just please don't do it to me. Anyway, I'm gonna go recover from my the backlash of borrowing Yugi Nono's powers from my last video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there will be a link to that at the end of the video. If you're on a PC, you'll be able to see the little box. I'm Ben 10,000 of Wagio, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'm signing off. Peace, guys!